Good morning, class. Today we are going to discuss the national artists for music. Under this topic, we will encounter 11 great musicians that serves as the crowning glory for the Philippine music industry. First, let's have Antonio R. Buenaventura. Antonio Ramirez Buenaventura's legacy to Philippine music, according to the National Commission for Culture and the Arts, is a musical career that spanned 7 decades of unwavering commitment to advancing the frontiers of Philippine music. He popularized folk songs by creating music based on the wide array of folk songs from various ethnic groups in the Philippines. His notable works include Ode to Freedom, Echoes of the Past, Echoes from the Philippines, History Fantasy, and Triumphal March. Also, Buenaventura brought the Philippine Army Band back to its former glory, which was recognized as the only band that can sound like a symphony orchestra. Second, let's have Hernani J. Cuenco. Hernani Hoson Cuenco, according to the NCCA, had written an outstanding body of works that resonates with the Filipino sense of musicality and which embodies an ingenious voice that raises the aesthetic dimensions of contemporary Filipino music. Cuenco's repertoire as a musician include being a music teacher, a composer, a musical director, and a film scorer. As a film scorer, he composed music for the films Wild Wild Jess and El Víbora, which earned him the Best Music Award at the Metro Manila Film Festival in 1982 and the PAMAS Awards, respectively. Cuenco is also known for his Filipino love ballads such as Kalesa, Bato sa Buhangin, Gaano Kita Kamahal, and Inang Bayan, which were enhanced by adding the kundiman to the song. Third is Jovita Fuentes. In 1976, Jovita Fuentes made Philippine history by being given the honor as the first female national artist for music. Trained to play the piano at the age of 5, famous Italian singer Salvina Fornari mentored her to be a star. Before Lea Salonga became a Broadway and West End superstar, Jovita Fuentes performed roles in major productions such as Mimi in Giacomo Puccini's La Boheme and Princess Yang Gu Pe in Li Tai Fe. Her role in the New York production Madame Butterfly was one of her proud moments. Next is Jose Maceda. National artist Jose Maceda was a highly acclaimed Filipino composer and ethnomusicologist. Personalities working in ethnomusicology have training in music, cultural anthropology, legend, performance studies, dance, and cultural studies, making the understanding of such music interdisciplinary. Maceda's works have resulted in a vast collection of recorded music taken from the remotest regions in the country. You will see that most of his compositions were performed as a communal ritual, such as the Ugma Ugma in 1963, Pagsamba in 1968, and Udlot Udlot in 1975. His other famous compositions are Ugnayan, Aruding, and Suling Suling. Fifth, of the national artist for music that we are going to talk about is Lucio D. San Pedro. An educator, master conductor, and a brilliant composer, national artist Lucio Diestro San Pedro, through his works, evoke the folk elements of the Filipino heritage. Coming from a family of musicians, he started his musical career at a young age, following the footsteps of his grandfather who was the organist at the local church. San Pedro led local bands such as the Banda Angono Numero Uno, the San Pedro Band of Angono, and the Pengkong Grand Mason Concert Band as a master conductor. Some of his popular works include The Devil's Bridge, which is an orchestral music, Sa Mahal Kong Bayan, which is a choral music, Lahing Kayo Manggi, a band music, and Sa Ugoy ng Duyan, a vocal music which is a famous Filipino lullaby. Next is Levi Celerio. Levi Celerio was a highly talented lyricist with more than 4,000 songs under his name. This volume of lyrics is perhaps Celerio's contribution, which has greatly enriched the Philippine music for no less than 2 generations and has appealed to all social classes. He was also known as an excellent lip player. Lip player are those who use a lip to create music as cited by the Guinness Book of World Records. He is also famous lyricist for love songs such as Saan Ka Man Naroroon and Ikaw. He also wrote some of the most well-liked Christmas songs such as Misa de Gallo and Pasko na Naman. Seventh is Felipe Padilla de Leon. Felipe Padilla de Leon is a multi-talented musician who was a composer, a conductor, and a scholar. His works have Filipinized Western music forms. De Leon's body of works include concertos, sonatas, and marches, which often describe how Filipinos express their feelings and their aspirations in times of strife and peace. Some of the maestro's notable works include Mariang Makiling Overture, Orchester Tuk, and Lupang Tinubuan, and the opera adaptation of Noli Me Tangere. Next is Lucrecia R. Kasilag. Lucrecia Rosas Kasilag, a native of La Union, was a renowned Filipino composer. Her legacy in Philippine music, according to the NCCA, is to discover the Filipino roots through ethnic music and fusing it with Western influences. This led to Kasilag to create the Bayanihan Folk Arts Center for research and theatrical presentations that urge to integrate native Filipino instruments in orchestral productions. She popularized the following orchestral music: her son, Jose, Sisa, and the legend of Sarimanok. Number 9 is Antonio J. Molina. The Dean of Filipino Composers is no one else but Antonio J. Molina. This national artist was a multi-talented musician, writer, and music educator. He was the last of the musical triumvirate. At a young age, he learned to play the violoncello. It did not take long before this young talent was playing for the Manila Grand Opera House. Molina taught some of the most astonishing Filipino artists such as Felipe Padilla de Leon. Hating Gabi, a popular serenade for solo violin and piano supplement, can be credited to him. He also popularized the following music such as Kung sa iyong gunita, Awit ni Maria Clara, and Larawan nitong Pilipinas. Number 10 is Andrea O. Veneracion. Andrea O. Veneracion founded the Philippine Madrigal Singers. The group is one of the most passionate and talented musical group in the country. It acquired several international awards, including the UNESCO Artist for Peace in 2009. Aside from the Philippine Madrigal Singers, Veneracion was also the creator of the Asian Institute for Liturgy and Music Chorale. By founding the Philippine Madrigal Singers, Veneracion, according to NCCA, had been responsible for spearheading of the development of Philippine choral music. And the last but not the least is no other than Francisco Feliciano. Francisco Feliciano was a prolific composer of over 30 major works. He studied music composition at the University of the Philippines, the Hochschule der Künste in Berlin, Germany, and the Yale University School of Music. He was mentored by internationally renowned conductors and composers such as Martin Berman, Jacob Drachman, Yi Sang-yoon, H.W. Zimmerman, and Christoph Penderecki. He composed operas including La Loba Negra, Ashen Wings, Sikhay sa Kabila ng Paalam, and Yerma. He received also the John D. Rockefeller Award in Music Composition in the year 1977. That's all. Good day, and thank you very much for listening.